Sabay-sabay natin alamin ang mga kaganapan na nangyayari sa ating bansa.
Yo, what's up mga kaibigan? This is TOO KAYE po again. Ngayon nandito naman ulit tayo sa channel ni Pinas News Insider. Dito naman ulit tayo magbibigay ng komento at reaksyon. Kaya samahan niyo ako guys. Let's go!
Ito ang balita ngayon. Viral ngayon sa mundo ng social media. Ang di umano'y balitang isang magandang balita. Pangulong Bongbong Marcos at Xi Jinping, ang Pangulo ng China, nagkaharap at nagpulong na mga hakbang para maiwasan ang tensyon na nangyayari sa South China Sea. Kanilang tinalakay. Pero bago ang lahat,
Sa lahat ng hindi pa nakasubscribe mga kaibigan kay Pinas News Insider, mag-subscribe na po tayo at huwag nyo rin pong kalimutan mag-subscribe dito sa aking channel.
ka pa lamang sa aming channel, please huwag kalimutang mag-subscribe at i-click ang notification bell para mas maging updated ka pa lalo sa lahat pa ng bagong video na i-upload namin. At eto na nga mga kababayan, kamakailan nga lamang naibalita ang nangyaring pagpupulong ng dalawang matataas na lider ng dalawang makapangyarihang bansa na si Chinese President Xi Jinping at US President Joe Biden, kung saan nagpalitan ng dalawa ng kanilang mga ideya sa mga estratehiko at pangkalahatang issue na kritikal sa direksyon ng China at US at sa mga issue na kakaapekto sa kapayapaan at pag-unlad ng daigdig. Binigyang diin din ng dalawang lider ang kahalagahan ng lahat ng bansa na tratuhin ang isa't isa ng may paggalang at paghahanap ng paraan upang mamuhay sa tabi ng isa't isa ng mapayapa at mapanatili ang bukas na linya ng komunikasyon upang maiwasan ang hidwaan, pagtataguyod ng Charter United Nations at makikipagtulungan sa mga lugar na may binabahaging responsableng pamamahala maging sa mapagkompetisyong aspeto ng relasyon. At ngayon, sa ginanap na Asia-Pacific Economic Summit 2023 sa Francisco, California, Pangulong Bongbong Marcos at Xi Jinping, Pangulo ng China, personal na nagkaharap kung saan ayon kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, ipinahayag nito ang mga alahanin hinggil sa mga banggaan sa South China Sea na nagdudulot ng tensyon. At ayon nga sa Pangulo, in our meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping, we express our concerns regarding the collision in the South China Sea and endeavor to devise measures to prevent such incidents, aiming to reduce the resulting tension. Unquote. Mukha nga di umanong positibo ang naging paghaharap ng dalawang matataas na lider. Isa nga itong patunay sa kasabihan ng Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, friends to all, enemy to none. At dahil nga sa balitang ito, hindi napigilan ng sikat na Marcos loyalist na si Benji Contreras na magbigay ng hinaingat komento sa mundo ng social media. At ayon pa sa kanya, nag-meeting pala sina President Bongbong Marcos at Chinese President Xi Jinping para mahinahong pag-usapan ang nangyayaring tensyon sa West Philippine Sea sa pagitan ng Pilipinas at China. Kaya pananakot lang mga sinasabi ni Digong at ng kanyang mga alagad na magkakagera ang dalawang bansa. Sabi nga ni PBBM, friends to all, enemy to none. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. emphasized concerns regarding recurring incidents between the Chinese and Philippine vessels, aiming to find ways to lower tension and prevent future occurrence. PBBM also emphasized the shared desire among all parties to preserve peace and keep sea lanes open for the region's prosperity. He said the meeting with President Xi Jinping was a step in a continual process towards resolution and maintaining peace. And quote, samantala, hindi naman napigilan ng marami sa ating mga kababayan na magbigay ng kanilang hinaing at komento sa mundo ng social media. At ayon pa sa kanila, we don't need another war, as the innocent people are the one who are affected and who suffer the most, praying that these two leaders will come up to something that will stop the tension at West Philippine Sea. Whatever they come up with, hopefully it's for the betterment of both countries. Nako, with due respect to you, His Excellency Mr. President, about time to stand up and tell China to get out of territories and should pay for the damage. Matagal na pong pabebe, ginagawa in dealing with it, patuloy lang ang pambubuli, pag-agaw, pati kabuhayan ng mga isda. The Philippine
Yan kasi yung problema ng mga Chinese, mga kaibigan sa West Philippine Sea. Ang hilig nilang mambuli, mga kaibigan, pagdating doon.
imports fish to China, and those fish galing din sa dagat natin. Matagal na yang sinasabi, they will prevent daw, pero nanggago. Philippines should stand up the same way Vietnam did. Huwag po tayong magtiwala sa mga insik. Iba yung sinasabi nila, iba ang ginagawa. End quote.
Some of our constant friends, shall we say. I use that word to avoid using the word old friends. So our constant friends and our new friends who are here with us this morning, good morning to you all. It is a pleasure for me to close another successful Philippine economic briefing, this time here in San Francisco, home to the biggest, most innovative and future-ready companies in the world. This marks our 12th international PEB and it's the fourth one in the United States. Since the beginning of this administration in 2022, the Philippine economic briefings have been a platform for the economic team to showcase what makes the Philippines one of the best places to do today. By bringing conversations on the country's macroeconomic fundamentals, policy roadmap, and investment opportunities closer to the international business community, we aim to reintroduce the Philippines and jumpstart meaningful, concrete, and mutually beneficial partnerships that will drive growth in the 21st century economy. Equally important, this is a deliberate and proactive way for us to generate feedback from our investor stakeholders. We consider these suggestions from our partners as vital in our efforts to shape our policies and programs to support economic transformation and recovery. Over the past year, we embarked on a journey towards economic transformation grounded on sound macroeconomic fundamentals, a favorable business climate, and agile risk management. More than 1 year on, in an uncertain global environment beset by slower growth, supply chain disruptions, and geopolitical tensions, the Philippines has continued to rise above the tide. In 2022, the Philippines registered its highest full-year GDP growth in nearly 5 decades. Just last week, we announced that the Philippine economy grew strongly by 5.9% in the third quarter of 2023, bringing our growth for the first 3 quarters of the year to 5.5%. This is the fastest growth amongst major economies in Asia, outpacing Vietnam, Indonesia, China, and Malaysia. We are confident that the country will post a full-year economic growth that is close to the 6 to 7% target for 2023. Major international financial institutions and think tanks, including the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, ASEAN Plus 3 Macroeconomic Research Office, agree. They project that the Philippines will outpace its major regional peers. In fact, Fitch Rating recently affirmed the stable outlook for the Philippines. This is on the back of strong growth, gradual fiscal consolidation, reductions in government debt to GDP ratio, and a comfortable external position supported by sound economic policies and robust economic reforms. Labor market conditions remain strong. We have been seeing consistently low levels of unemployment and improving quality of employment and underemployment that has been lessened and employment that has been generated. Inflation is slowly coming down. The October 2023 inflation slowed down to 4.9% from a frighteningly high 6.1% in September. We are committed to arresting inflation and maintaining overall price stability through supply-side interventions and demand-side management measures. This administration has put a favorable business environment at the center of our thrust to promote high-value investments. Commitment to purposeful reforms are also an enduring feature of Philippine economic policy making and planning. With the amendments that we have made to the Public Service Act, the Foreign Investments Act, the Retail Trade Liberalization Act, and the Renewable Energy Act, we expect an influx of highly desirable investments in strategic sectors of the economy. We have also reformed the Philippines' fiscal incentive structure through the Corporate Recovery and Tax Incentives for Enterprises, or the CREATE Act, to attract both domestic and global firms to invest in strategically important sectors. Investments in rural areas and highly advanced technology and technology-enabled projects and activities are given top priority and consequently greater and longer incentives. Investments in the digital space are also highly prioritized. Incentives are given to projects covering research and development, and those adopting advanced digital production technologies such as, for example, artificial intelligence, additive manufacturing, data analytics, cloud computing, and nanotechnology. These are complemented by responsive refinements in policies that promote private sector participation in key sectors, even as we pursue legislative measures. We rapidly reformed the country's public-private partnership framework to simplify the approval processes, ensure the viability and bankability of PPP projects, to cut the red tape, and pave the way for quality infrastructure development. These reforms support the Philippines' massive infrastructure drive. We are prioritizing the implementation of 197 infrastructure flagship projects worth around $155 billion with a sharp focus on upgrading physical and digital connectivity, water, agriculture, health, transport, and energy. In addition, we look forward to the operationalization of the Mahal Investment Fund, the country's first ever sovereign investment fund. It will serve as an additional source and mode of financing for priority projects of the government, including the infrastructure flagship. These projects offer high rates of return and significant socio-economic impact. Currently, we have identified about 80 potential infrastructure projects that are financeable through that fund, the Mahal Investment Fund. With a solid reform agenda and unabating growth amid headwinds, the Philippines is ready to take off as a leading investment hub in Asia. A wealth of opportunity awaits you in the Philippines, and we are ready to explore new horizons with your investments in the coming years. Welcome to the Philippines. Thank you, and good morning.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr.
At yun na nga mga
At yun nga po mga kaibigan, dito po nagtatapos ang ating reaction video. Muli ako po si I2K ng Sundalo ng Dunggalo at 811. Maraming salamat sa patuloy na pagsuporta. Yeah, peace out.